You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
You are watching the leaders in full immersion gaming, and this is the pregame show only on the NBL Network.
Welcome once again, everyone, to another edition of the NBL Live pregame show, and that's brought to you each and every week by our graphic sponsor, Web3KS.com. They do the overlay here on NBL Live. They do so many other graphics for all of our shows, and they're super affordable. So if you need graphics done for an affordable price, head over to Web3KS.com. They are the leaders in affordable graphic design. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. Another edition of NBL Live. This week, we have a fantastic Week 12 matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Dallas Cowboys. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, Bomber. And before we get to talking about the game we have in store for you, let's talk about what's going on around the network. And first of all, dropping after NBL Live today, Bomber, it's another edition of the NBL Blitz podcast hosted by TFA and Chunky. Bomber. This is one of our regular podcasts here on NBL Live. We're getting closer to playoff time. Always exciting to see another episode come out.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you look at this episode, and it's going to be talking a lot of drama, especially with Von Reed, NBL Season 24, most valuable player, former Jacksonville Jaguar, getting a little overshadowed right now by Dion Neblet, who came in and just made us forget about the current reigning MVP who's having his struggles right now. So make sure you check out that episode. It will debut. It's episode number 19, NBL Blitz, and it will be out right immediately following NBL Live broadcast number 110, which is what you're watching right now.
Yeah, it's very, very exciting every time NBL Blitz comes out with another episode. TFA and Chunky do such a great job. You are not going to want to miss another episode of NBL Blitz here on the NBL Network. And as always, if you want to be notified whenever any of our shows go live, we post a new episode of any of our podcasts, just hit that subscribe button right here and you'll be notified each and every time. And something else we're going to keep plugging. And if you're not in it, I don't know why you're not in it. It's a free tournament to enter. It's our EA Access Madden 18 tournament. What you're seeing right now is the prize list. This has been confirmed as of right now, and we're still getting more prizes for raffles. But look at this prize list. First place, as we've been mentioning, that Antonio Brown signed jersey and a copy of Madden 18 GOAT Edition. Second place, you're going to get an NBL custom Xbox One controller and a Madden 18 GOAT Edition. And we're going to be giving out T-shirts 3rd through 8th, as well as Xbox Live gift cards. And then, Bomber, on top of all this, we'll be raffling off another custom controller, another copy of Madden 18, more NBL swag, prizes all over the place. There's no reason why, if you have an Xbox and you have $5 to buy EA Access, you shouldn't be in this tournament.
Yeah, it's free to play in the tournament. All you have to do is buy EA Access, which is $4.99 for a month. And on top of that, they give you the $5 right back when you purchase the game after you purchase EA Access. So you save right immediately. It makes really no sense to purchase it for a month. To not purchase it for a month. You're going to get the game early. August 17th to the 21st through the 21st will be our NBL Madden 18 tournament. And I'm really excited. The prizes, they're still growing. So we got over 10 plus prizes right now, maybe somewhere between 15 to 18 total prizes given out. We got shirts, we got gift cards, we got an Antonio Brown jersey, we got free Madden copies. It's a great time to be a part of the NBL. And we hope you guys have all registered for the tournament, and you should be getting that infamous email. I've seen a lot of people bragging about that, OSU. It's been a kind of a little low-key trending thing when you get that email that says, hey, you've been invited to the tournament, respond back. Make sure you respond back. You don't respond back, you don't get in. We have over 64 applicants right now. We're not sure if we're going to do 64 or 32-man tournament. We're still kind of weeding through that and discussing, but we expect potentially be doing a lot of people 64, so make sure you respond to that email.
Yeah, the more people that apply, the more people we will have in the tournament. So just keep applying, folks. Again, $4.99 for EA Access. You get an opportunity to win any of these prizes and the raffles. And again, if you have gotten the email, we have to reiterate, please reply to it and just say you've watched that rules video so that we can put you in the tournament. We can't add you to any of the chats or any of the tournament email list if you do not reply. So if you've gotten it and you haven't replied, just go ahead and reply and we'll get you in the tournament. Again, application acceptances will be going out throughout the next week or two. We've already accepted quite a bit of people, and you don't want to miss out on this tournament. It should be a lot of fun. All right, let's take a look at this stat we got right here. Some news around the NBL. It is the NBL's top 10 offenses. No surprise, top two, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions, perennially the top two offenses, but let's look down the list. We got some teams on here that maybe are a little, people wouldn't expect. Namely, I'm looking at number 5, the Baltimore Ravens at 325 yards per game. At number 7, the Buffalo Bills at 320 yards per game. But Bomber, something interesting to look at these. We have a lot of great offenses on here, but there are a lot of these teams, you know, the top 3 are very good, but a lot of these teams may not be the best teams. Look at number 10, the Green Bay Packers. They have struggled this year, but they're sitting there in the top 10. What does this tell you? Is it true that, you know, this is a defense-built league? Offenses don't necessarily win you championships.
Yeah, well, not when your defense is giving up just as many yards as your offense is producing. So you have a team like Green Bay, and right now, as of this week, they've actually dropped in their yards per game. They're at 296.5, but they're giving up 306.3, which is extremely high. They're in the bottom third of the league. So that's where it becomes a little bit of a shootout mentality. You also see that in the AFC North, as you see, wow, there's 3 AFC North teams on there, but these are teams that are giving up 300-plus yards per game to their opponent as well. So it's creating a little bit of a shootout environment. That's why there's 3 of them in the top 5. Buffalo Bills are the same way. They're just giving up a lot of yards against their opponent, and that's putting these games into these little, you know, it's adding 40, 50 yards per game. So, yeah, it doesn't equate to wins, but, I mean, you look on there, the Broncos have played great this year outside of yesterday's NBL Live, which we'll get to that early. The Redskins are the reigning Super Bowl champions. The Jaguars have looked phenomenal. The Bengals are playing the best ball they've played. So there is a little truth to this, but then there are some anomalies with the Saints, Ravens, and Packers that you kind of look at and you scratch your head a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely need a defense to go along with that offense, but it is true that if you do have a good offense, you're going to put yourself in position to win games, as exemplified by the top 3 teams on this list. All right, if you missed NBL Live last night, you missed quite a game. Back and forth affair in the fourth quarter. The San Francisco 49ers coming out on top on the road to get their second win of the season, 35-28. Your player of the game, Cam Newton, 20 of 25, 364 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Most impressive was he went 20 of 25. He started out the game 0 for 2. So really, he only threw 3 incompletions past that first drive. Bomber, this was one of the most exciting games we've had on NBL Live. We had back-to-back long touchdowns. It looked like the Broncos were finally going to break their NBL Live curse, but they remain winless on NBL Live. If you missed this game, you got to go back and check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely something you're going to want to watch. That was broadcast number 109. And we saw the best of Cam Newton in Week 11. This is a guy that has struggled in the NBL. His best season, as I mentioned before, was season, 25, 24, 23. NBL season 22, Carolina Panthers took those Panthers to the playoffs, won the division. Looked like everything was looking up, and they decided to move on from him. He was 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions that year. Struggling this year for sure. He starts the game off with an interception. I believe that happened, correct?
Yes, that was the second pass of the game.
Second pass, he threw a pick, and I go, it's the same old Cam. I mean, this is a guy that played for the Seahawks for 2 seasons, now moved on to the 49ers. It just seemed like the 33-year-old veteran didn't have much left in the tank, and then out of nowhere, he stepped out the booth, and Super Cam is alive. He went off, and he rightfully deserved the player of the game for NBL Live broadcast number 109. I mean, he took it away. He took that victory away from the Broncos, who essentially tried to steal it at the end. So make sure you go back and check that out. Watch the final fourth quarter. It was definitely interesting what happened.
You will not believe.
Oh, we didn't. We lost. Man, I'm surprised our voice isn't hoarse today because we were going crazy. It was a crazy finish.
It was one of the craziest finishes we have ever seen. Back and forth fair. Again, it's under the NBL Live playlist here on the YouTube channel. Check that out. Even if you only watch the last 4 minutes of the game, it is well worth the watch. All right, let's move on to broadcast number 110. That's coming up right now. It is the Tennessee Titans and the Dallas Cowboys. Let's look at how these 2 teams match up. And, we got another sort of one-sided affair. The Dallas Cowboys looking on top in just about every category. They are the 5th total defense in the NBL, which is really surprising, Bomber, because the Dallas Cowboys rely so much on their high-powered offense led by Ezekiel Elliott. But the one thing that the Titans do have going for them, they do have a positive turnover differential, which is huge in the NBL. And they're very consistent across the board. As you can see, those numbers very right around the 15th mark, very middle of the road, not a whole lot of spikes. So while the Cowboys may be ahead in a lot of these categories, they're not ahead by a lot.
Yeah, and Titans are one of the premier teams in the AFC, only at 4-6 right now. I expect a late season run. This team is thinking, hey, we can get to 10-6, and we can push for that wild card spot. You know, this is a team that has a history of winning in the Madden Bomber League. Definitely something you need to watch, though, that's been slipping this year is the rushing attack. Derrick Henry, 3.8 yards per carry is just not going to get it done for Tennessee. Look to see if they go to Gerard Bowie at some point in this game and start giving him a little bit more carries than Derrick Henry because he's really struggled.
He has struggled, and not only that, we've heard vocally from the Tennessee Titans ownership. They are disappointed not only in Derrick Henry's low yards per game, but he's been bit by the fumble bug. They've had some crucial late-game fumbles by Derrick Henry, who has been sure-handed.
We're going to have the Titans owner come on after this game, win or lose. I'm sure you locked that interview up.
Yes, we will have owner Z-Star coming on after the game to talk about his team's performance, and we'll see whether it'll be a victorious Z-Star coming on, maybe drenched in some Gatorade after the win, or if he'll be his team will have dropped to 4-7. We're about ready to send it out to the game. Bomber, let's get your prediction. Who do you like? Are the Tennessee Titans going to try to claw their way back into the AFC playoff race with a win today? Or the Dallas Cowboys going to continue to be a big strength in the NFC and try to charge forward for that NFC East title?
Well, I want to ask the chat, go ahead while the game's kicking off, put Cowboys or Titans, who you think is going to win. I like teams who have their back against the wall, and I think that's exactly where Tennessee is. They're 4-6, Nick. Coming into this game, OSU, I would think, I mean, this season, I didn't think they would be at 4-6. I didn't think they'd be at 6-4. They were 7-3.
Were they were in the Super Bowl season 23? This was a Super Bowl team?
Yeah, see, season 25, we had the well, that's current season. So they were in season 22, excuse me. I think the Raiders made it, and then the Chiefs made it. So the Tennessee Titans, you know, they're not that far removed from a very successful past in the NBL, and they still have been a 10-win, 11-win team in this league since their Super Bowl appearance. They were led by the run there. They had a lot better running attack with Derrick Henry. So I think their back's against the wall. I think they come away with the win. I don't know how they do it, stopping this Dallas team that, I mean, they dominated the Washington Redskins week 1. They tied them recently. They took the Lions to the end. The Lions had to score in the last seconds of that game. I think this Cowboys team is primed and ready, but I just think Tennessee edges them out 27-24 is my prediction.
27-24, the prediction for a Bomber. Again, guys, get your predictions in the chat. We'll be reading those throughout the first quarter, but it is game time, folks. We appreciate everyone tuning into the web, 3ks.com, but it's time for some football. Coming up next, it's a Week 12 battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's only right here on NBL Live.
My name is Rex Dixon.
Craig Stein.
Clint from EA Sports.
You're watching NBL.
You're watching the NBL Network. And you're watching the MBLN Network.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's been dropping back to pass here on 4th down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks. Who catches it, makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is dropping back. He's got open over the middle.
Wow. That big playmaker ability as he finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another touchdown. And we are live. We have a great game in store for you today, folks. We appreciate everyone tuning in to broadcast number 110 of NBL Live. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man Bomber as we have a battle today between the Tennessee Titans and the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys in control in that NFC East. Titans looking to fight for their playoff lives. Should be a battle today. Bomber, this is a random question. I'm not going to lie. This has nothing to do with the game. I was just wondering, When they were building the NFC East, how did Dallas get in there? Because I don't think Dallas is East by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, you look at teams that have some kind of popularity and some kind of following, and I think they wanted to throw America's team in there, and that's right. I said it. Dallas Cowboys, America's team. They believe it in Dallas, and that's why they feel they're in the NFC East.
All right, well, that mystery solved. I was just wondering about that. Kevin Womack dropping back to pass, looking underneath the hooper. Good coverage there on the first throw. And Bomber, Kevin Womack's going to be a big key to this game. We've seen him have some struggles on MBL Live. We've also seen him have some great games. It almost seemed like a little Jekyll and Hyde act from Kevin Womack.
Womack, 6'5", 225 pounds, University of Wisconsin. He was a top 6 pick in the NBL draft 4 seasons ago. Not living up to it right now. 10 touchdowns, 10 interceptions on the season. He's been what we like to call average.
Zeke Elliott getting the carry over the left side. He's going to get 5 yards on second down to cut this to a 3rd and 5. The Dallas Cowboys sitting there atop the NFC East at 7-2-1. Yes, one tie on the season for the Dallas Cowboys, but still sitting there at the top of the NFC East. The Tennessee Titans sitting there at 4-6, looking to stay alive in the very competitive AFC. On 3rd and 5 is going to be Kevin Womack in the shotgun. 5 wide receivers. Womack dropping back to pass here on 3rd down. Rush gets there. He throws it. He has a man. It is Chapman. He's spinning. He has a first down. What was the... Was there someone there? Did I miss that?
No, absolutely not.
Chapman, the friendly ghost, getting juked out.
Yeah, it seemed like what he was trying to do there was essentially find some space and get in space with the blocker in front of him, and it just seemed like they weren't really synced up, and he was waiting on a block, and he didn't really know where to go. But here's my question back to the chat: Is Dallas's quarterback elite? Is Womack elite? Is the question going into tonight's game?
He completes another pass to Montgomery over the right side, give him 14 yards on that one. Let's go to the chat, see what everyone is saying.
Bleacher Report. Interesting.
Bleacher Report saying Womack has shown glimpses of elite going back to the Super Bowl, but he has been average at best.
Like Flacco, maybe.
Yeah, sort of in that middle of the road again. It's tough to separate yourself as an elite quarterback. 1st and 10. Play action pass. Womack dropping back. He's looking over to the left side. Has a man wide open. It is Frost, and another first down for Kevin Womack, who has started this game 3 of 4 for 63 yards. He has him on the 7-yard line. And Bomber, we've seen Womack, if he can get off to a good start and get in rhythm, it could be a great day for the Dallas Cowboys.
And that's top 10 pick, the top 10 pick. That's Rennell Frost, the number 2 wide receiver for these Dallas Cowboys.
1st and goal, and it's going to be a touchdown, boy. What can you do when you give the ball to Zeke Elliott inside the 10-yard line? He rumbles his way into the end zone, 7 yards out. And the Dallas Cowboys, what an impressive drive. They start out up 7-0 in this game, Bomber. There was no stopping the Dallas Cowboys, and if that's how the rest of the game is going to go, it could be a long day for the Tennessee Titans.
And Darice G in the chat saying, Dallas moving the ball easily. Yeah, you can say that. Obviously, they just walked down the field without any competition, any competitive edge as they try to run on this special teams, weaving up the middle of the field. But yeah, that was a really disappointing start for a Tennessee Titan defense that was essentially their strength in the years in which they made the NBL Super Bowl in season 22, I believe. They made the NBL Super Bowl, and this team was ground and pound with some great defense, and it just looked completely obsolete on the first drive of this game.
And they take a penalty on that kickoff return, so it's going to back them up 10 yards to the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. It is a handoff over the left side, and it's going to get down to the 20-yard line. And getting the start is Bowie. No Derrick Henry. And this is not surprising, Bomber. Derrick Henry, it's been very vocalized by the ownership. They are not happy with how Henry is playing, and they bring in the backup to start the game.
Yeah, I mean, he's played bad. I mean, Derrick Henry, 3.8 yards per carry. That's not going to get it done. This is a team that likes to ground and pound the ball. I said earlier, I heard from a couple sources, Bleacher Report had messaged me before the game, expect Gerard Bowie to get some carries this game. It looks like they're going with him to start this game. Yeah,
Gerard Bowie, the third-year man out of Nevada, former third-round pick. Hasn't had great numbers so far, not a whole lot of carries, but only 2.2 yards per carry. They're just looking to try to solve this fumble bug. Is on 3rd and 2. Mariota throws it out to the flat. I don't think he got the first down there. Nope, they're only going to give him a yard, and they're going to have to punt. That was Brashad Perriman, very talented. It did look like he was running that route past the sticks, Bomber, but Mariota's throw a little inaccurate, brought him back behind the line to gain. And the Tennessee Titans, after giving up a touchdown on the first drive, are going to go 3 and out.
Inconsistencies in Tennessee continue to haunt this ball club, a team that was so disciplined and so tough, as I said, and I'll say it again, on the defensive side of the field, and they were tough to stop on the ground. That year that they went to the Super Bowl, Derrick Henry, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 4.5 yards per carry. Since then has failed to reach over 400 yards in a season and only 2.6 yards per carry in a down season. I mean, really struggling.
Now the Dallas Cowboys getting rolling once again. Kevin Womack, another great throw there to get him another first down. 7-0 Dallas on top. Frost's second catch on the day. Farmer, this Dallas Cowboy offense looks unstoppable early in this game. The Tennessee Titans have been unable to get anything going offensively or defensively. As on first down, it's going to be handoff to Zeke Elliott, trying to find some room on the left side. Makes one man miss. The second guy makes the tackle, though, at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be no gain. Going to bring up a... Oh, they're going to give him a yard on that one. We'll give him a 2nd and 9.
I like what Zeke was able to do there. He kind of changed his angle a little bit. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves right now. Let's don't put the cart in front of the horse, behind the horse, or wherever it's supposed to go. Yesterday, we saw the Denver Broncos do this exact same thing. They got off to a really hot start early on. It looked like they're going to walk away with it. I even said it might be Porter for 40. And the Niners just tightened up. They tightened up the defense, and the offense got rolling.
Yeah, that was a good completion there to bring up a 3rd and 3. Want to give a big shout out while we have a chance to our mods in the chat. That is our very own Porter and Decadog. Appreciate all the work you guys do. Keeping that chat nice and friendly. 3rd and 3. Womack under center, dropping back to pass now. He looks over the middle for Frost. It is complete, and Frost gets the first down there. But, oh, this could be a big loss. Frost is on the ground. He is not getting up. He is
holding his
clenching.
leg.
Yeah, that's that left leg. We'll get word on that one. Hopefully it's just a... He might have just taken a helmet to the leg. Hopefully it's just some sort of contusion, but we'll get word when we do. 1st and 10. Handoff to Zeke Elliott over the left side. He's going to get down to the 32-yard line. Give him 4 yards on that play. Bomber. If the Dallas Cowboys lose Frost for any extended period of time, they're sitting there at 7-2-1. How big a loss is that if Frost is not able to come back?
That's the same knee. This is a rookie, Frost, 6'5", top 10 pick. That's the same knee he held as a freshman at Auburn when he tore his ACL. So we're hoping it's not that. And we hope he can return to the field and he doesn't miss any time because Dallas needs this guy. I mean, this is the 6'5". This is the big guy they brought in. He's a big target for Womack. Absolutely essential towards the success for this team on offense.
And we're getting word from the sideline that Frost should be good to come back in the game. No major... It looks like they're saying he just sort of took a helmet to the knee. And Frost's out on the field already. He's over on the right side of that formation. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 3rd and 4. Womack will keep over the middle. And Hooper drops it. Wow, the usually sure-handed Hooper wide open running that seam route. And just it looked like he was looking for pay dirt before he secured that ball. As Dallas is going to have to kick a field goal instead. The kick is up, and it is good. They extend their lead to 10-0, but that was what looked like a sure touchdown dropped by a usually sure-handed wide receiver.
Yeah, that's definitely disappointing. If I'm a Cowboys fan, I'll take the Frost news as a positive on that drive, but absolutely a little disappointing for this offense. Can't come down with that pass because it's just a great read by Kevin Womack. He seems to be really on his game today.
Yeah, Austin Hooper, 27 catches on the year, 356 yards, and a touchdown. This is one of their more reliable wide receivers on the offense. Not used to seeing him drop easy balls like that. Now 1st and 10. Tennessee looking to take advantage maybe of not giving up 6 on that one. 1st and 10. Mariota dropping back to pass. Looks over the middle of the field. Well, and he didn't hold on to that one. As that he got absolutely lit up as he tried to catch that around the Dallas Cowboys star. It is a 2nd and 10. And Bomber, this Tennessee Titans offense looks just a little bit out of sync. Might be a little rattled here on the road.
A little late on the delivery there for Marcus Mariota. Got to do better than that. This is a veteran. No more excuses. It's time for him to produce. They're 4-6, back against the wall. They need this win to stay alive in that playoff hunt.
And Mariota delivers a throw.
Whoa,
another big hit by the Dallas Cowboys, but able to hold on to that ball and get an 8-yard gain is roll. What a hit. The Dallas Cowboys, that's something we don't talk about too often here on NBL Live. You can look at the stats all you want, Palmer, but there's nothing that can replace some good hard-hitting defense.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it a couple secondaries recently on NBL Live, really laying the wood. I don't know if they're getting up for the bright lights, but we've seen some secondaries really just change the outcome of games defensively because they've been laying wood on these wide receivers and these running backs.
3rd and 2, Mariota under center. He's got Bowie in the backfield. 2 wide receivers now over to the left side. 2 tight ends on the right side of that formation. Play clock down under 6. Mariota's continuing to change up the plays. He's going to drop back to pass here on 3rd down. He's got a lot of time.
Beautiful
finds
patience.
a little sit route. What a nice throw there by Marcus Mariota. We've seen him at times force the ball downfield. He waited for that corner route to run and saw roll in the little sit route, and he was wide open. Smart throw and big first down.
Yeah, playing for the sticks there. Dallas is going to pick up on that as the game continues. Let's see if Tennessee can actually adjust and try to take some shots down the field when they get in those 3rd and shorts.
Play action pass. Mariota looking over to the right side. Has a man. It is wide open. And a big first down. Look at him shaking off tackles and fighting forward to the 30-yard line. That is Graziani, the big tight end. He is a huge weapon for the Tennessee Titans and Marcus Mariota. We saw him get into a little bit of rhythm on past NBL Live games with the tight end Graziani, and the flowing blonde hair, it's working early.
Brady Graziani, let me tell you a little bit about this guy. This is an undrafted player, 6'4", 252 pounds, been on Tennessee the last 4 seasons, and he's been able to do a lot, especially on NBL Live. I feel like we talked about him. During that Super Bowl run, he was a key target for Marcus Mariota.
1st and 10 now. Marcus Mariota in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers out there. They're now moving all around. We got 2 on the left side, 2 on the right side, or excuse me, 1 on the right side. Mariota changing up the play. 1st and 10. It's play clock now under 10. Mariota dropping back to pass. He's looking in the middle of the field. Wow. Had a man, and he just threw it. Ate his Wheaties this morning, I think, Bomber. He threw that one just a little bit over his head. I don't know if he thought that the receiver was 6'10 instead of 5'10, but that one falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, big shout out to the guys that are first-time watchers right now. We got Grundy in the chat. Darice G just put an application for the grid. Big shout out to y'all. Awesome. Appreciate y'all's support. A couple missed throws over the middle of the field for both teams. Let's see if they can clean it up as the game progresses.
Mariota looking over the left side. Has a man. Nice touch on that throw. He finds Roll once again. Out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Bomber, for a second, I thought this was going to be a disaster because he had the drag route underneath. Excuse me, that was McBride with the catch. He had the drag route on Roll underneath. He instead passed it to the crossing route, running a little deeper, and it ended up being a great throw.
Yeah, he put a little touch on it to compensate. The pressure was getting to him. He wasn't open, so he kind of led past him, put a little air underneath it. Nice throw by Marcus Mariota. Looking like he's starting to find his groove a little bit out there.
1st and goal, I formation for the Tennessee Titans. It's going to be Mariota, 3-step drop, looks over the left side, has a man wide open. It's Graziani, and Blonde Thunder into the end zone. Thor able to get there with the 8-yard touchdown catch, and the Tennessee Titans offense finds something going, a little bit of magic. And maybe got a little confidence after the defense holds the Dallas Cowboys to 3, and they have cut the lead down to 10-7.
Yeah, what you got here is Marcus Mariota leads his team down the field. And now Dallas fans may be thinking, man, that just drop, that wide open drop on a seam route from Austin Hooper in the previous drive might come back to haunt us in this game. Let's see if the Dallas offense has a big hit by number 27. Woo! He should be on the field. You know what that is? That's what Derrick Henry's saying. I need to be on the field right now, and I'm going to go out on special teams and make some plays. Wait, that wasn't even Derrick Henry.
Dallas Cowboys coming out, 2 tight ends over to the left side, 1 wide receiver, Frost alone on the right side. Elliott at the top of that I. 1st down. It's going to be a handoff to the big man, Elliott, and he gets lit up in the hole. How good does it feel, Bomber, when you're a defensive player and you get to lay a big hit on a player the caliber of Ezekiel Elliott?
It's what all linebackers dream of. There's a guy that they've watched film on this entire week, and they go, you got to stop him. You got to stop him. Watch what he does. Keep him contained. When you get him out in open field like that and you make a big play, it's got to feel good.
2nd and 11, 5 wide receivers for Womack, dropping back to pass here on 2nd down. He looks deep over the right side. Mobley going up for it. Well, and it turns out when you get hit by 4 different defenders, it's tough to hold on to that pigskin. It falls to the ground incomplete and going to bring up a 3rd and long, and what could be a turning point here in the first half if the Tennessee Titans can get a stop.
Since that dropped pass by Austin Hooper, I'll bring it up again. The Dallas Cowboys offense, it's a short sample size since then, has not looked as dominant as they did up until that previous point. So let's see if they can change it around.
3rd and 11, Womack, 5 wide receivers, 3 over to the right side, 2 over to the left, changing up the play here on 3rd down, looking to convert. The rush gets there.
Down.
We have our first sack
baby.
on the day. Great coverage downfield. Ragland able to get off his block and bring down Kevin Womack in the backfield. And Bomber, I don't know if you can feel it, but the crowd has gotten a little quieter here, and the Tennessee Titans are amped. They get a big sack on 3rd down.
And you hardly get a chance to really say it, but Tyron Smith, the left tackle of the Dallas Cowboys, gave up a sack on a 3-man rush. Very uncharacteristic, but he is 31 years old, and maybe Father Time is catching up with the super talented left tackle of the Dallas Cowboys.
1st and 10 now for the Tennessee Titans, looking to tie this game up, get some points on the board, even take the lead with the touchdown. Marcus Mariota comes out. He's going to be under center. He's got Bowie in the backfield. 2 wide receivers. Going to be a handoff to Bowie, and He gets hit in the hole. Not a whole lot going there. Gerard Bowie, 3 carries so far today. Bomber, we have heard the Tennessee Titans, they love that ground and pound, but early in this game, it has been Marcus Mariota with his arm moving the ball downfield.
Yeah, in Tennessee, I believe that's when I started the saying. I think it was season 22. The wheels on the bus go ground and pound for Tennessee, and that's always been the formula for success. They've struggled running the ball lately, so you've seen a lot more from Marcus Mariota, and as he throws is how they go. So we'll be seeing if they can continue to find him as another big catch.
Graziani with the catch over the middle.
Oh, he held on to that pass. Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's just really showing up. The Dallas receivers who are having problems holding on to it in open traffic. The tight end for the Tennessee Titans got some sure hands over there.
Yeah, he's living up to the Blonde Thunder nickname I just gave him.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. Guys, what do you think of the chat? Hashtag Blonde Thunder. If you like it, thumbs up, thumbs down, let us know.
1st and 10. If it's a thumbs down, just don't let us know. Just fake it that you like it. 1st and 10. Mariota dropping back to pass. Looks over the middle of the field.
And there's a drop.
Wow, that is a stone-cold drop, and I believe that was Brashad Perriman, the usually sure-handed star wide receiver, not able to come up with that one. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Those drops can be killer, especially when you have a lot of momentum.
You know, $6 million a year. They kind of got him on a team-friendly deal. 3 years, $15 million for Brashad Perriman, 28 years old. Headed towards, you know, he's obviously slowed down a step or two since his days in Baltimore, but he's still an impact receiver and the leading receiver on this team. Him and Gabe Williamson make for a really nasty dynamic duo.
2nd and 10, 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Mariota dropping back to pass. Toss it underneath. It is complete to McBride with those bright red sleeves. He gets out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Only going to get 2 yards on that one, but Bomber Mariota has been known to either force it downfield or take a sack in that situation. Nice to see him checking it down underneath and getting what he can.
Well, Darius G gives you the thumbs up for hashtag Blonde Thunder. So it looks like it's a go on that nickname for Graziani. I mean, how could it not be? It fits him perfectly.
3rd and 8 shotgun formation. 3 over to the right side, 1 over to the left for Marcus Mariota. Dropping back to pass here on 3rd down. He's looking deep over the middle, and it's intercepted. What a move made there to get in front of the... It looked like that was Gabe Williamson running that route, and Dallas forced a turnover. Just what you didn't want to see from Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans if you're a Titans fan. An interception on the other side of the field, an opportunity to tie the game up, thrown out the window.
Blonde Thunder leaked right to the flat, wide open. I thought he could pick up the yards running, and Mariota never looked to check down. And I think there was a lot of rack opportunity there that he didn't get. A big toss to the outside. Here comes Ezekiel Elliott getting close to that 1st down marker. Looks like they're not going to give it to him. 2nd and inches for Dallas. But back to that play, underneath, wide open to the right side of the field was his tight end. And Mariota just never looked at him. He was trying to go for the whole enchilada, and he came away with 0, and they were in field goal range. So they leave 3 points on the board.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love enchiladas, but you can't go for the whole enchilada all the time. 2nd and inch. He's going to be handed off to Elliott right up the middle.
Oh, another big hit.
But he gets 4 yards on that one, and Zeke Elliott continues. 7 carries, 25 yards in this game. He is running hard, and one of the things that gets overlooked sometimes, Bomber, the offensive line. They do such a great job blocking for this elite running back.
Absolutely. But these hits have to start wearing on Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, he's getting 4 to 5 yards, but he's taking hits as he's revving up his engine. So is the linebackers, and he's taking a lot of direct hits. Let's see if that pays off for this Tennessee Titans defense as we get closer to the second half.
Pass underneath to Ezekiel Elliott, who gets his 2nd catch on the day. Give him 6 yards on that one. Going to bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Dallas Cowboys, up 10-7 in this game. We appreciate everyone tuning in here to broadcast number 110 of NBL Live. I'm Oshie. I'm hanging out with my man Bomber. And a big shout out to our producer Delvar behind the scenes, pulling all the strings today. 2nd and 4. I formation, and it's going to be a hand up to Zeke Elliott. He takes another big hit. Wow, and down goes Elliott in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard on that play. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, let me know in the chat how many of those big hits you've counted. I'm at 4 right now. 4 on 8 carries. Ezekiel Elliott has really got just lit up in the backfield, some after a couple yards gained, and it just seems like he's just taking direct hits. He's got to do a little bit better job shielding this defense off from taking a hit as they find a seam.
Oh,
he gets lit up. What a hit. Kevin Womack left Hooper out to dry. That might be a little payback from a drop he had wide open earlier.
Oh my God, what a hit over the middle of the field. 4th and 5. The Dallas Cowboys going to be forced to punt that one. Hooper, I think, is trying to figure out where he is at this point. And shaking off the tackler, but we're going to get up to the 27-yard line. The Tennessee Titans looking to come back after the Marcus Mariota interception. Bomber, they have not run the ball really at all this first half. I know we're in the 2-minute drill, but they have 3 timeouts. Do you expect to see them mostly moving forward into the second half, focusing more on the run game?
No, I think they need to stay with what they're at. A lot of people believe when you play Tennessee, if you can shut the run down, you're going to shut this offense down. Tennessee seems to feel a little different right there. There's another play action. Nice play. 80s out in open space. Juking, baby. Down to the 41-yard line. Marcus Mariota, 9 for 13. 125 yards and a touchdown. He's looking phenomenal right now. And he's completely changed up since that first drive.
And we're getting word from the sidelines that Austin Hooper, after taking that huge hit, will not return to the game. Wow. And honestly, I can't blame him.
I have some questions. I wish we had our sideline reporter, because I have some questions, and I want to know the pulse of that locker room after that drop from Austin Hooper. And Womack, he let him out the dry. I don't know
if you can call that a drop if you get hit like that.
Yeah, no, the original drop. The second pass was more like, I'm going to throw it out there, and you're going to take a hit, another slide concept. Here comes the edge hit.
Big hit on Mariota.
Big hit for Dallas. Yeah, you run those slide concepts, and you get some edge pressure. It really takes away that play action. That's former New England Patriot Dante Hightower with a nice hit on Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, he still can lay the lumber. You don't want to be left hung out to dry with Dante Hightower in the backfield. 2nd and 10 for Marcus Mariota. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 over to the right. He's going to be dropping back to pass here on 2nd down. Looks over the middle of the field. It is complete. Shaking off tacklers and getting a big first down to the 28-yard line. Brashad Perriman. We know how fast he is, Bomber, but there he was showing off his strength to get the extra yards.
Perryman having a bounce-back year after a couple rough seasons in Baltimore where he couldn't stay healthy. He's 39 catches, 640 yards, and 3 touchdowns in NBL Season 25.
Now 1st and 10, Tennessee, 51 seconds and counting. They're going to break the huddle. Marcus Mariota coming out under center. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. He's got Bowie in the backfield here on 1st down. 10-7, Dallas on top, 40 seconds and counting. It's going to be a handoff to Bowie right up the middle, and there was nothing going there. He's only going to get a yard, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. This run game for Tennessee, Bomber, it is not going. And it may come back to bite them, as Dallas is going to eventually, you'd think, realize that Tennessee is one-dimensional.
Yeah, definitely right now. I think they're playing the rush, though. I think they're giving up the pass, and I think that's why Mariota's had that success. But I want to point out, if they score here, don't they get the ball back to start the second half? This is a little 2-for-1 opportunity here for Tennessee. This is what we call an Aaron Rodgers special.
2nd and 9, 5 wide receivers for Marcus Mariota. Nobody in the backfield is going to be passing it here. Flag on the play. It is in the area of holding. He throws over to the right side. A nice catch made over there, I believe.
Oh, wow,
it's going to be defensive holding. It was right on the line of scrimmage. Again, once you get past that 5-yard, you can't keep your hands on the receiver, and it looked like got a little too much jersey there, so the catch does stand. Toe tapping on the right side. Going to be down to the 10-yard line, and now a 1st and, well, they're not. It's not technically. They can get a 1st down just short of the goal line. 1st and 10 for Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the right, 1 over to the left. He's going to be dropping back to pass here on 1st down. Looks over the middle of the field.
He hung on to it.
Wow, what a catch. That looked like Brashad Perriman once again with a huge catch at the 1-yard line. He's going to bring up a 2nd and inches.
Here we go, Tennessee.
Yeah, and
here we go.
You're not mistaken. They can get a 1st down if they don't get in the end zone.
Oh, 2nd and inches. I thought they did pick it up, and they go with QB sneak.
And
Marcus Mariota. And now I'm going to ask you, OSU, that drop on Dallas' 2nd drive that would have put them up 14-0. It's coming back to bite them now, as now they're down 4, and Tennessee gets the ball to start the second half.
And Tennessee has all the momentum. Dallas has, and let's be clear, Dallas, after that drop, it has not just been Tennessee looking a little energized. The Dallas Cowboys offense has been flat. They have not been able to get anything going. As this one's going to go, he's just going to run out of the back of the end zone. Take the ball on the 25-yard line. 3 timeouts for Dallas, 14 seconds. Do you even ponder trying to get anything downfield and get into field goal range?
Well, I mean, is Kevin Womack elite?
I mean,
that's the question I asked. If you think you have an elite quarterback.
Firmly lukewarm on that one. 1st and 10. Looks like they're trying to set up a little slip screen to Elliott. Oh!
A little horse collar.
Where's the? We have seen a couple. Last night we saw a big hit out of bounds that didn't get flagged. That one looked like a blatant horse collar. They're letting them play here on NBL Live, and that's going to take us to halftime. The Tennessee Titans storming back to take a 14-10 lead. Bomber, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, you're here at home. You're kicking the ball off. what sort of adjustments are you making, namely on the defensive side of the ball, to stop the Tennessee Titans, who've been able to really walk all over your defense?
Yeah, I think maybe some more nickel packages, kind of mix it up a little bit and be a little bit more prepared for these play action, slide, and boot concept as the special teams once again
blocking
for Tennessee gets down to the 32-yard line. That was a saving tackle by number 30 of the Dallas Cowboys, and Strong takes it to the 32. It's going to be interesting moving forward in this game to see if Dallas does go with some adjustments that we're obviously seeing from the booth. I don't know what they're seeing on the field, but that's something we definitely got to look at in the second half.
This is a formation for Mariota is on 1st and 10. It's going to be a play-action pass. Nice block by Bowie. Oh, man, they had a free blitzer coming right up the middle, and Bowie laid the lumber to give Mariota enough time to complete that pass down to the 50-yard line. Roll with his 4th catch of the day. Great to see the running backs laying some blocks in the backfield.
Third year for Gerard Bowie. When you see him make a veteran play like that and essentially save the play and potentially save his quarterback, you're very impressed. And now I don't even question why they switched to Gerard Bowie. I've seen him make some great plays early in this game.
1st and 10 I formation, 2 tight ends. For Mariota is going to give Bowie a carry, trying to find some room up the middle, bouncing off his own blockers. He's going to get 6 yards up to the 44-yard line. Give him a long 5, bring up a 2nd and 5. Feeney with his first tackle of the game. Those are those little plays that don't show up in the stat book, those big blocks in the backfield, saving your quarterback from getting hit by this Dallas Cowboys defense that has shown a propensity to lay the lumber.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a team like Dallas, a defense that's fast, Jalen Smith at linebacker. They have the ability to get to the quarterback, and when you have your halfback back there picking up those blocks, it's huge, and it just really allows the offense to really develop some stuff down the field, and that's what you're seeing from Tennessee right now.
2nd and 5, handoff to Bowie, who gets a 2nd straight carry. He gets another good gain up to the 41-yard line. And call him just short. Bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Tennessee Titans, who have come out on all cylinders. Again, if you missed the beginning of our game, Dallas really just walked down the field, got a big touchdown. Kevin Womack 5 of 6 on that drive, putting them up 7-0. But since then, the Tennessee Titans have outscored the Cowboys 14-3. Maybe the biggest play has been the Dallas Cowboys. Hooper dropping pretty much a sure touchdown down the middle of the field, and since then they had to settle for 3. And the Tennessee Titans have been playing with a lot of confidence as Derrick Henry comes in and he can't pick up 1 yard. And those are those plays, Bomber, that Titans ownership has been vocal about what Derrick Henry needs to be better at.
Yeah, I'm scratching my head. I mean, you haven't used him the entire game. You bring him on a critical 3rd down that a yard puts you inside of field goal range. It was really difficult to understand why they brought him in and they decided to use him right there.
Now the Tennessee Titans are going to be forced to punt after they had a promising start to the drive. 4th and 2. This one, it's going to go into the end zone and result in a touchback. While we have a minute here in the 3rd quarter, we want to give a big shout-out to our pregame and our graphic sponsor, web3ks.com. They do that overlay you see here on NBL Live and a bunch of other graphics for us. So if you need graphics done for affordable price, head over to web3ks.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Big shout-out to All Business at Web3KS. You can find them on Twitter at All Business. 1st and 10. Play action pass for Womack, who was looking deep over the middle, and that one is intercepted easily. And those are the throws, Bomber, we have seen from Kevin Womack under the big stage. There was no reason that should have been thrown. Double coverage, and Barlow able to come away with what might be one of the easiest interceptions in his career.
Do you hear that crowd? I mean, do you hear them? The boo birds are coming out.
His last name is not Boone, folks. They are just booing him.
And that's the hashtag, those are the throws. You heard it first from OSU. Man, our NBL Network director coming up with the nice nicknames today.
I am the NBL's
nice
Dr. Seuss, basically.
Yeah, there we go. Those are the throws.
1st and 10. Mariota throwing it over the middle of the field. What a nice throw there, finding his tight end right in between the hash marks, down to the 26-yard line. Mariota 14 and 19 for 186 yards. The big catch there for 14 yards is going to bring up a 1st down as the Tennessee Titans, after really missing out on an easy 3rd down conversion, they get a nice play by their defense to get the ball back. 1st and 10, Mariota drawn back to pass once again, looks over to the left side, and a big hit there. That looked like that one was not going to go anywhere. He had 2 defenders, McLaughlin laying a big hit and jarring that ball free. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
And that's the kind of pass that can get intercepted. Ball goes up in the air like that, safety comes underneath, swoops it up. You know, you're up 4 right now. If you're Tennessee, you just got a nice turnover from the defense. Let's make sure we play this a little smarter here. Let's not force anything. Make sure we come away with at least 3 and put ourselves up, a full possession with 7 points.
2nd and 10, shotgun formation for Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Mariota dropping back to pass here on second down. Looks over the middle of the field, and what a nice grab there. He had Ronald Darby all over him, and he was able to bring down the pass at the 9-yard line. First and goal for the Tennessee Titans. Roll having a huge game, 5 catches so far, and none bigger than that one as the Titans get a huge conversion. Mariota in the shotgun formation. Looks like he's going to be setting up a screen pass to Derrick Henry over the left side. Henry, he's shaking off tackles, but he's going to lose 2 yards on that one, and that is not going to help his case to be the starting running back in Tennessee.
Now, let me tell you something about Derrick Henry, what I've seen so far. It's a guy that doesn't go down when he should, but goes down when he shouldn't. Right there, he should have just got down, not lost the additional yardage. Now they're at the 11, but on the 4th and 1, he goes down behind the line of scrimmage. So it's just not looking good. Not a great season for Derrick Henry, but let's talk about that wide receiver role, having a big role. No pun intended there.
That pun was absolutely intended. You stop that as Graziani fights off a tackle and gets into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day. Blood Thunder showing off the moves and putting Tennessee up 2 scores.
Do you hear that? A storm is coming. And it's not from Oklahoma City. This is a Thunder coming straight from the tight end in Tennessee, doing some big things. How many thought he was going to get in the end zone right there? I mean, let me know in the chat if you thought, oh, he's getting in. Because I thought 9 out of 10 times he's not making it in. But he definitely fights forward on NBL Live broadcast number 110.
And we're getting word from our very own NBL Bleacher Report, who's covering the sidelines while Z-Star is, well, he's manning the owner's booth today. We're getting word coming out of the Cowboys locker room as somebody honks very loudly. Word coming out of the Cowboys locker room during halftime that some of the players were not happy that Womack left Hooper out to dry on that throw that ended up taking Hooper out of the game. Maybe some dissension as a big gain here over the right side, fighting off tacklers, getting down to the 44-yard line. Bomber, interesting to hear during a game where they're not out of it yet, that players, some dissension in the locker room. This is a 7-2 team.
Yeah, you got to have some discipline. You can't allow rumors and stuff like that to leak out during the game. You got to control your emotions during the game. You're a professional here for Dallas. They got to know better. This is a championship caliber team who has an NBL championship under their belt for their franchise. They got to do better than that and be better than that as individuals on this team.
2nd and 9 now for the Dallas Cowboys. Ball on the 42-yard line, looking to cut into this 11-point lead. Minute 38 and counting to go in the third quarter. Womack in the shotgun, dropping back to pass here on 2nd and 9. Looks over the middle. Chapman somehow comes down with that ball, but another throw by Kevin Womack into traffic. It looked like he had the deep post wide open over the middle of the field, but he instead tosses it underneath and brings up a big 3rd and 1. They need a conversion here, folks. Trying to keep this game within reach here at home. Womack in the shotgun is going to be handoff to Zeke Elliott, trying to get the 1 yard. And see, Bomber, that is what separates an elite running back like Ezekiel Elliott from Derrick Henry. He was hit at the line of scrimmage and managed to fight forward and get the extra 2 yards and get him a big first down.
Well, yeah, Derrick Henry right now, but 3 years ago he picks it up as well.
Sure.
Obviously, he's been banged up. You know, a lot of people on his from his team, his agent, spoke about Derrick Henry's carries need to be more limited so he can have a career when he's 30 in the NBL, and he hasn't. He's got a lot of carries, and he's just not the same running back he was. It's a dangerous pass by Womack as Zeke Elliott could barely see it. I don't think he really had his eyes on that ball.
Now that one, the timing was all off. The Tennessee Titans brought a big blitz, and Womack unable to complete that one. They've sort of gone away from Ezekiel Elliott as this game has progressed, but Zeke Elliott is such a big weapon. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get some more carries, especially as we're nearing the red zone. Ball on the 33-yard line, 2nd and 10. Womack under center, 3 wide receivers over to the right, 1 over to the left. Zeke Elliott in the backfield. Kevin Womack changing up the play as he surveys the defense. And he's going to be dropping back to pass here on 2nd and 10. He's looking deep over the middle. It's Montgomery who catches it, makes a man miss, and he's into the end zone. 33 yards for a score, and the Dallas Cowboys aren't out of this one yet. They get the home crowd back into the game. Womack delivering the strike, and the Dallas Cowboys have cut this to a 4-point lead, or 5-point lead. They're going to be going for 2 to try to get this to a field goal. I formation for Kevin Womack, 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Ezekiel Elliott at the top of that I. Chapman coming in motion. Womack's going to try to throw for this one. Looks over the middle and completes it to Chapman. Gets the 2 points. And we got a 3-point ball game here in broadcast number 110.
It's heating up, and Dallas is doing it for the home fans. It seems like the Boo Birds have disappeared, at least for a short period of time, and they're behind their Cowboys once again. But let's talk a little bit about BJ Montgomery, number 88, Dallas Cowboys. He was a 5th-round pick, NBL season 23, 6'2", 216 pounds, arguably maybe the best number 4 on your depth chart wide receiver in the NBL. 14 catches this year, 252 yards. That's his first touchdown on the year. But this is a guy who only had 6 catches as a rookie, 4 as a sophomore in the NBL. He's having a really strong season this year in NBL season 25 for the Dallas Cowboys.
1st and 10, 3-step drop for Marcus Mariota. That drop turned into 4 steps, 5 steps, Texas 2-step. He goes down in the backfield. It's a sack for the Cowboys. 9-yard loss, going to bring up a 2nd and long.
And do you feel that? That's America's team coming alive. The Dallas Cowboys have flipped the momentum in the 3rd quarter. They were once down 11. They composed themselves. Is Kevin Womack elite? Well, he just went on an elite drive and put some points on the board for his team.
2nd and 19, shotgun formation for Marcus Mariota. He's got a big task ahead, trying to hold on to this 21-18 lead. Mariota dropping back to pass, and a back-to-back sacks for the Dallas Cowboys. Feeney getting the sack on that one, and Bomber, you never want to see that up on the scoreboard. Tennessee has to convert a 3rd and 27.
3-man rush for the Dallas Cowboys, and they get pressure. That's just poor execution for the offensive line of the Tennessee Titans, and we're going to go into this 4th quarter. The momentum has flipped. Tennessee needs to calm down. They still have a 3-point lead, but it's going to slip away from them if they continue to play this overly aggressive style of brand of football where they're looking to constantly go down the field.
3rd and 27, ball on the 8-yard line. Marcus Mariota in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers over to the right side, 1 over to the left. He's going to be dropping back to pass. 3-man rush once again. Mariota looking deep over the middle. He has a man, and it is complete. And he converts the 3rd and 27.
And who is it?
With a 29-yard gain, and I believe that was once again Roll with the catch. He's up over 119 yards on the day, and a huge conversion. They quiet the crowd here in Dallas.
Jason Roll was a 2nd-round pick in NBL season 23 rookie draft, and this guy had taken a back seat this season. This is the first game. Oh, and here we go. Another great block from the halfback.
He completes it right on the sideline to the 49-yard line.
What is going on?
Bomber, did you see that block? Bowie once again saying this running back job is mine for the season. He lays a big block and protects Marcus Mariota from what was clearly a sure sack. And Mariota converts the 1st down as Bowie gets a carry after that block. He's going to get a yard up to midfield. The Tennessee Titans, they're elevating their game here on NBL Live.
The Titans, we thought they were down and out. They were rolling into the 4th quarter, lost a little momentum. We're in a really 3rd and really long. And Jason Roll, he stepped his role down this season. He decided to take a back seat to Brashad Perryman, Gabe Williamson, but now he's out there wide left. Watch him over there wide left right now. He's making some big things happen. He had a good season, 700-plus yards the last couple years.
Screen pass over on the right side. Perryman able to fight forward to the 46-yard line. They give him 3 yards on that one. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 now for Tennessee, looking to continue this momentum. And we appreciate everyone tuning in to broadcast number 110 of NBL Live, whether it's your 1st or your 110th time. We appreciate everyone. I'm Oshio. I'm hanging out with my man Bomber. And a big shout out, as always, to our producer Delvar behind the scenes. 3rd and 7, Mariota under center. He's got 2 wide receivers on each side. Watch number 88, Graziani, the tight end. He has had a big game. Mariota throws it over the middle. It is complete, and it was Brashad Perriman coming down with a catch at the 28-yard line. Mariota, 21-27, 298 yards and 2 touchdowns. He is making his case to be NBL Live Player of the Game for broadcast number 110.
It's pretty much however you want it with the Tennessee Titans passing the ball. You want it short, you want it intermediate, you want it deep. Mariota is dotting all over the field, middle of the field, outside, on the run, in the pocket. He can do it all right now.
1st and 10. Mariota dropping back to pass. Blitz coming. He tosses it underneath the Perriman. It is complete. He makes a man miss and gets the 1st down to the 16-yard line. What a pitch and catch from Mariota as he felt the pressure coming from his backside and dumps it off underneath to the electric Brashad Perriman. His 7th catch on the day.
And what a pass and what a run after the catch. Yes, Joseph, we do read the chat and we do read it on the stream. Definitely we interact with the chat and what's going on. Appreciate you joining in and watching this stream right now. We got a great game going on. This is broadcast number 110, NBL Season 25, Week 12, Cowboys, Tennessee Titans.
And Derrick Henry getting the handoff in the Wildcat formation, fighting forward to the 11-yard line. Give him 5 yards on that one. Going to bring up a big 2nd and 5. And the biggest thing about this drive, Bomber, look at how much clock the Titans have been able to kill. They got the ball in the 3rd quarter, And now we're down to nearing the 3-minute mark in the fourth. This Tennessee Titans offense has surely impressed. They do not look like a 4-6 team out here.
No, absolutely not. And even the lack of usage for Derrick Henry, you still see him in spots where they still are relying on him in critical spots of this game.
Mariota dropping back to pass here on second down. He is looking. He looks over the middle of the field. Oh, look who it is. It's Blood Thunder Graziani with his third touchdown on the day into the end zone. And the Tennessee Titans have extended the lead back to 9 as we await this extra point, looking to put it back to a 10-point lead. The ball's down, the kick is up, and it is good. It's 28-18. Brady Graziani, welcome to NBL Live.
For those just tuning in, that is Blonde Thunder, one of the most impactful NBL Live players maybe of all time. I've seen him on the last 3 NBL Lives during their Super Bowl push, and he was spectacular, and he's continuing to do it today as they extend their lead to 10 points. And let's see if Tennessee can get a score, get a stop here real quick and end this game, or Dallas can come down here and score and make this really interesting in the final couple minutes.
Yeah, if you were at all around for an NBL Live game yesterday between the 49ers and the Broncos on NBL Live, again, if you haven't watched it, go over to the YouTube channel. If you were at all around for that one, you know this game is far from over. There's plenty of time left, 2:54 to go. Kevin Womack in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 over to the right. Womack dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. He tosses it underneath to Woodson. It is complete. He's going to get down to the 33-yard line.
And he's losing his voice. Blonde Thunder, that last Blonde Thunder call, I think, really took the wind out of him. Give him a little break right now, guys. Big shout-out to our network director, OSU, pounding these broadcasts in. This is our back-to-back. We'll have another one coming up this weekend. Nice, another throw underneath from Kevin Womack. I'm going to ask the chat again. 15 for 21. Is Kevin Womack elite? This was a top 5 drafted quarterback. He's got an NBL championship, a Super Bowl. You can find him at 365.maddenbomberleague.com. But is he elite? I don't know. OSU, you still haven't given me your opinion on Kevin Womack.
Well, he just put Woodson, his 3rd straight catch. This one down the middle of the field to the 43-yard line. And Womack might have found a new favorite target as he's hit Woodson on 3 straight passes. Changing up the play, hurry-up offense, trying to get this off before the 2-minute warning. He does. 1st and 10. Womack looking deep over the right side, and Montgomery going up for the ball. Another play where the wide receiver was left hung out to dry. The 3 Tennessee Titans converging on Montgomery. It's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. To answer your question, is Kevin Womack elite? The answer is I think there are probably only 4 or 5 elite quarterbacks in the NBL. I think he's probably in that 2nd to 3rd tier. Yeah. He is no doubt a good quarterback. I don't think he's a game-changing quarterback. I don't think there are elite quarterbacks as he throws it to Woodson once again. His 4th catch on this drive gets the 1st down. To finish my thought, I think there are quarterbacks that change their teams. There are quarterbacks that make their teams better. And that's the one thing that I think separates the elite from the not elite. I don't think Kevin Womack does that. I don't think he makes the players around him better. But I think as a quarterback, he is perfectly serviceable and has made some big plays for this Dallas Cowboys team. As on 1st and 10, he throws an interception. Thanks for blowing that one up, Kevin. I appreciate it. Well, I just dropped him down to the 5th tier. He's somewhere around with me in the 5th tier. It's an interception.
So he proved you right. I mean, that was at least a 2-minute rant on how he's in the 2nd to 3rd tier. And then on cue, he throws an interception. They go up 10 right now. The Tennessee Titans are up 10.
5th tier. 6th tier.
How many tiers do we got?
Well, down around the 9th tier. I'm around the 9th tier, so if you put me in the ball game, I'll turn the ball over 6 or 7 times. Womack coming down around there. 1st and 10.
Big shout out to Joseph for the subscribe. Really appreciate it. Hit that like button and subscribe button, guys, as it looks like a little bit more of the running game is finally going to get going. And what a great game. What is it, Gerard Bowie, the halfback for the Tennessee Titans?
Yeah, it may not show up on the score.
Not on paper, but if you watch the game and have eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gerard Bowie definitely passing the eye test in this game. He has been fantastic, especially in the passing game, able to protect his quarterback, Marcus Mariota, as he's going to come out under center. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and Bowie in the backfield. 2nd and 2, minute 28 to go. Dallas still has 2 timeouts, down 10 after Kevin Womack throws another interception. That one might have been the nail in the coffin. Don't know what the fat lady is saying, but she's warming up. She's got gargling water in the background. As Mariota's going to be passing this one, he tosses it underneath to who other but Brady Graziani, who gets the 1st down. That should be just about it. Marcus Mariota, what a game. 24 of 30 for 318 yards and 3 touchdowns, and all 3 of those to Brady Graziani, the tight end. Stick with us to the end of the game, folks. We'll have our NBL Live Player of the Game selection, as well as an interview with what appears to be victorious owner
Back against the wall. Back against the wall. I called it early. I said they're going to be playing with a little edge, and they came out there, and the halfback game, the blocking for the halfback Bowie was just phenomenal. Marcus Mariota, if he got the game ball, he would need to pass it to him or Blonde Thunder, because those guys really stepped up today, and even Jason Roll. I mean, just so many good players. Even Perryman had a couple really great catches for Tennessee.
A handoff to Gerard Bowie right up the middle. He's going to get up to the 44-yard line as this clock is winding down. The Dallas Cowboys are going to lose a game at home. This is yet another game where, on back-to-back nights, Bomber, we've had an NBL Live game where a seemingly unstoppable favorite has a home game against a team that they should beat, and the team that should be losing this game, the underdog, comes in and just plays the game they needed to and is going to come out with a victory.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch the San Francisco 49ers game last night against the Denver Broncos. The Broncos were 6-3. And just, if you can't watch the entire game, go to the play-by-play broadcast archive, fast forward it to the very end, just watch the last 3 minutes, and leave a comment from here and let me know that you watched the last 3 minutes. Anybody who does that, will have a drawing for an NBL Network t-shirt on the next broadcast, courtesy of OSU. See, OSU, I made you pay for the shipping, buddy, on that.
I appreciate that.
I threw you out there. It's my idea, but he's going to be he's going to sponsor it. That's how we're going to do it now. That the NBL will send you a free NBL Network t-shirt. You can find the t-shirts on @BomberLeague on Twitter. Go leave a message. Go watch the other game. Leave a comment and say, hey, I watched the last 3 minutes, and let me know what you think. Give us some feedback.
Yeah, your final score from this game, the Tennessee Titans with a 28-18 win. Stick with us. We'll have an interview with victorious owner Z-Star. He is going to be coming down and getting into the chat in a moment. But before we throw it over to the winning owner, try to get him on the line, we got to make our selection for the NBL Live Player of the Game for broadcast number 110. And Bomber, it's really weird that a quarterback like Marcus Mariota, who throws 3 touchdowns, throws over 300 yards, was nearly perfect on the day, is not going to get player of the game.
Not
it's
even
got
close.
to be Blonde Thunder.
Well,
it's
I mean,
Brady Graziani.
You kind of influenced it as well with the hypeness, because I'm behind Blonde Thunder. I'm online looking for Blonde Thunder t-shirts, so there's definitely a there's definitely a following growing for sure. But also, I look at the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm going to be interested who Bleacher Report also gives out a missing in action award, and I'm going to be interested who gets that from Dallas, because it was kind of a disappointing
Zeke Elliott. I mean, they did not give him the ball at all. Now, I believe we have Tennessee Titans owner Z-Star on the line. Star, if you're there, congratulations. A big win in Dallas. First of all, give us your initial thoughts on the game.
What's going on, guys? And, man, I'm thrilled because the beginning of the game, talk about a rough start. I was definitely down a little bit in the beginning of the game, feeling down in the dumps. I thought maybe this was just one of those seasons. Maybe I should just write off because I felt like I was getting some bad breaks. But ultimately, we stuck it in there. You know what I mean? We continued to play our game, and we came out with the win.
Wait, I got a question. This is Bomber. Congratulations on the win. Before OSU, gets a couple questions in, I just wanted to ask you, you said we played our game. Around the league, Tennessee Titan football has always been ground and pound. It doesn't seem like that's your game anymore. You got some great blocking in the backfield from your halfback, Gerard Bowie. Great switch with him. You got some great production out of tight end. And Jason Roll, phenomenal player. Great pickup. He took a little backseat role this year. I don't know how happy he was with that, but he has played at an exceptional level with Perryman and Williamson coming back soon. So just give us a little insight and a little thoughts onto why the change from being a power run team to more of a passing attack team.
Well, to touch on Jason Roll real fast, he was actually hurt for the last 4 games. This was his debut, his first game back from injury. So we're thrilled to have him back. As you can see, he's an impact player. He had a great afternoon. So, I mean, as far as switching to a more pass-heavy attack, the offensive line has been extremely inconsistent this year, especially in pass blocking, which is why, as you said, Bomber, I kept Bowie in to block as much as I could. But really, I've always felt that this offense can do it all, both pass and run. So even though maybe the run game's a little bit down this year, I'm still confident we can get the ball in the end zone. So we didn't miss a beat tonight. Mariota was on, as you guys said again, Graziani, Blonde Thunder apparently is his new nickname. was on
what are
point.
the guys taking to the chat? I mean, in the chat, in the locker room. What are they saying about? Has it hit him back that he's now labeled Blonde Thunder?
Yeah, he loves it, man. He's taking it all in. He's one of the more vocal guys in the locker room, so really his energy trickles down to the entire 53 guys on the bench. So he's loving it. He's loving every moment of it. He really always comes to play under the lights here on NBL Live. So good win for us, but we got to take it week by week. You know, we're 5-6 now. It's looking like we're gonna have to win out to have any chance at the playoffs. So we just want to take it one game at a time and continue to play Titans football.
Yeah, well, before we let you go, I took a look at the schedule. I know you have as well. You got some games. You got the Chargers coming up. You've, of course, got the Steelers at the end of that, but you still have 2 games against the division-leading Jacksonville Jaguars still on the schedule. Your team's moving to 5-6, not quite at 500, but getting there, playing better. What is your goal? I mean, you're sitting there at 5-6. You have 2 games against the division leader. You're not out of the playoff hunt yet. Are you still thinking playoffs? Are you still thinking division title for this Tennessee Titans team?
Playoffs for sure. And as far as the Jacksonville Jaguars, man, we're not worried about them. We own those guys. Own the TFA. I'll see you soon, big guy, but don't worry.
The long-winded owner of the Tennessee Titans might have got himself in a little bit of trouble there.
Well, Z-Star, congratulations on the win for the Titans today. Big win on the road. And we look forward to having you back on the sidelines for some of these NBL Live broadcasts. Absolutely,
guys. It's always a pleasure. Hope to see you on the next NBL Live game on the sidelines.
Yeah, man. Bomber, final thoughts on this game. The Tennessee Titans didn't look like a 4-6 team all day. This is a team that is better than their record indicates.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They're not 4-6. They didn't look anything like a 4-6 team. I mean, this is an NFC powerhouse Dallas Cowboys franchise. You go into their home, and you're the Tennessee Titans, and it was a must-win for them, and you saw them perform at a level that many were wondering why they weren't there already. They've obviously had some injuries, Gabe Williamson, Jason Roll, as you mentioned, that wide receiver, that they're coming back from, and then they have a little change of guard at the halfback position. So they're going to get that all sorted out. They believe they can win the division still. So, I mean, they're a little delusional, and that's a good thing. You got to be a little crazy and believe you can go on these long runs, especially when you dig yourself in a hole when you're 4-6. But I think they do make the playoffs. I believe in that.
Wow. And let's not forget, folks, head over to our Twitter at Bomber League so you can be updated every time we have an NBL Live game. We post the game time on the Twitter at NBL Live or at Bomber League. And you can also just follow us here on the NBL Network to be notified when we go live. Bomber, the next game, your Detroit Lions back on NBL Live, a rematch of the NFC Championship game last season, season 24. It's the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. Has this game been circled on your calendar all season long?
Obviously. I mean, this is a team that, man, we've had so many. The Lions have struggled against the NFC East. Our coaching staff looks forward to this game every year against the Redskins. This is back-to-back NFC championships that we fell short on when we played them. So, you know, it